That sounds so refreshing, because often it's more about, ripping the guts out of that person because your lawyer says you can. And that's really not the way to resolve a conflict. Exactly. It seems like you would want to join and part ways in the best way possible. I applaud you for that one. Let's applaud that one. That is really, really different. Ready, please, because when we come back, we're going to have the contact information for you. But you got to stay. You got to stay with us to find out. So, Rudy, listen to some. Let's give Rudy a round of applause. Have some Rudy. Thank you, Rudy.
Broken heart, where did you want to go? Señor, por favor, a la Hotel Zona Rosa, where did I come here for? Señor, I'd run, the damage has been done. Miles in time away, and mi amor no vuelvo choir. I look up at the sky, I will try not to cry. I see a million years, a million tears behind your eyes. Take me home, take me to La Zona Rosa, mariachis and tequila. I will dance the night alone. Sometimes, just a little peace of mind. Take me where I can forget, Señor, you are so very kind. I look up at the sky, I am tired and dry. Dos Tecate and thinking of you underneath the Mexican moonlight. Thinking of you underneath the Mexican moonlight. I look up at the sky, I will try not to cry. Tres Tecate and thinking of you underneath the Mexican moonlight. Thinking of you underneath the Mexican moonlight. Thinking of you underneath the Mexican moonlight. Thinking of you underneath the Mexican moonlight.
You should be getting some contact information to come back on. It's time to put that contact information up there and let me know, because let Salinas know and let me know what you think. You can contact me at existkind@existkind.com. And Salinas, you should definitely contact her, because she's told me that she is a nonprofit lawyer for Global Family Legal Services. And since they're a nonprofit, they're able to help people that might not normally be able to afford it. And then even further, to resolve conflict in a way that's humane, rather than trying to rip your neighbor's guts out in conflict. You got to remember that because you originally had a partnership, there was something you originally liked about that person. And those things should never be forgotten. And conflicts are better resolved that way, because way on down the road when you forgive them, you'll feel better if there's not blood all over the place. So this is the place to come. So write that contact information down, because you want to volunteer to help Salinas and her people.
Can I speak just a little bit
Yes.
about the office?
Absolutely.
Because it's just not me. Global Family Legal Services is me as one attorney.
Mm-hmm.
But we have several people that work in that office with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a person who answers the phone, and his name is Kareem. And you can call him anytime and speak with him Tuesday through Friday from 9 until 12. You can make an appointment. You can ask a question. We also have Asiente, and she's there to help you in filling out documents and doing different things. We have Alense, who also works in the office. And we have Catherine, and we also have Leola. So we have other people volunteering. We also have students that come and volunteer. So what I'd like to say now is that we would appreciate having more volunteers, because we want to get out there and have community meetings to talk about the issues, to discuss laws, to explain to people about their rights so that they know, and just generally to answer questions that people might have. And because we're a nonprofit and we're supported by and founded by Global Community Communications Alliance, it just wasn't an accident. The founders of that church and community realized that we needed to do something to resolve the problems of disharmony and the lack of unity. So we're trying to do some humanitarian effort to bring about justice for people. Mm-hmm. And so we have a very broad scope and a big vision of the kinds of things that we can do at Global Family Legal Services. We do have right now an outreach up into northern Arizona, where when you call our number, you can have, and you're in northern Arizona, mm-hmm. you can have someone who's coming from Mesa actually meet with you in that area.
Very good.
And
very
so
good.
We're looking to actually set up a whole network of attorneys around the state of Arizona.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
we've started that, and that's what our community meetings will be striving to achieve. And at this time in particular, there are a lot of people that don't know what their rights are. And with the laws changing as we've been talking, unless they have someone to access that actually can tell them the truth mm-hmm. of what's happening, they're going to continue to be in the dark. And when people don't know the truth of the matter, then they can be taken advantage of.
Right, so easily.
And with the police now asking questions, and or people don't know how to respond. They don't know their rights. They don't know if they actually can remain silent.
And they're also afraid.
And they're very afraid.
They're afraid, so they just cooperate and go away, leave me alone, kind of like. And sometimes it's good to cooperate, but it's good to know.
But many people that are documented, many U.S. citizens have been arrested, and they don't know what to do or what their rights are. So it's really important for people to get some education, and that's another thing that we do.
And I've heard about people that are sometimes mistaken for undocumented workers, wind up in handcuffs and stuff like that.
Yes.
Just everyday people, and it would be good to know your rights. But it sounds to me like you're a legal service with a heart, and we'll get into that a little bit more later.